Man, might have been the longest weekend in a while. My kids were just a lot. They needed a lot of attention. And my wife needed a lot of attention. I felt like I failed and I didn't give anybody enough attention in like 72 hours. More like, all Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I just didn't plan enough activities for all of us to do. And I keep being selfish and not putting my children before me and getting them out and getting them experiences instead of just enjoying our house, which is nothing special. I tried to have them spend a lot of time in the backyard, and we did, but I think I'm just like sheltering them too much in our own shelter, in our own house. Maybe that's why the term sheltered, and because you're in your own shelter all the time. I don't know, there was just times this weekend where I felt like the worst parent ever, just because my children weren't listening and they're just being not crazy, but just they're acting their age, and I just was puzzled by how to deal with it, and I just don't want them to be so upset all the time. Just hate raising my voice. I don't know if it's even helping at all, but I think I just have to take them out all day, Saturday and Sunday, and if that means I'm exhausted, then so be it. But I'm gonna take them to the park, the beach, and the zoo all in one day, twice. Just go to the park after the zoo, the one that's right by the zoo. Take them to the beach in the morning. I don't know. That sounds like a lot, but it's stimulating, I guess. Take them on a hike, which they can't hurt themselves or fall off the side of the cliff. Every time I think about taking my kids on a hike, then I'm just worried about them falling off, plummeting to their death. And I just can't figure. It just seems like there's one reason or another why we shouldn't go out of the house. It's my wife has a period, or our baby child is a baby, or that she doesn't want to be stuck with the baby, yet that she wants to be invited but she really doesn't want to go. I'm just not super privy to all the beating around the bush, which now that I think about it, I forgot that is what is involved with girls. You have to do all this beating around the bush to get to your real answer. You can't be as blunt as you can be, at least in my opinion, as you can be with boys. And I noticed this when I was coaching girls for the first few years. And I think I just told one of our girls, or one of our captains, that the other girls were saying she was being too mean, or she was being a bitch to them, or something to that effect. I didn't say bitch, but I didn't say it so eloquently. Long story short, whatever I said made her cry immediately, and cry during practice for the next, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes. She was actually in passing lines, still crying, just going, fine. Which, yeah, it's funny, but it wasn't funny at the time. I wasn't laughing at the time, but that kid is like, she's like running a bank in Greece or something, so she's doing much better than I financially. But like, I learned that season, like, you can't say a girl is better than another girl. You gotta use all this passive language, like, you know, it's a consistency issue, and, you know, footwork and mechanics and the numbers and statistics, whereas boys, it's a little bit more understandable. You can just say, well, you know what, he's playing better than so-and-so right now, and that's why they're getting the opportunity. And I'd say 8 or 9 out of 10 times that goes over fine with the player and the parent. They don't like it, but it's acceptable. But no, with girls, it's got to be this long drawn out explanation before the explanation, and because there's feelings involved, and I should know that because I'm a super emotional dude, but yet I feel like my feelings get hurt all the time. But I can't say anything about that because I'm a dude, and plus, who cares? They're just feelings. But you know who cares? It's girls, apparently. So I'm gonna have to freaking walk this weekend back and really figure out the baker's dozen of times that I went wrong, and it's still not okay today. I still selfishly like went to work early and then like pretty much insinuated my wife was gonna stay home with our daughter who's got a runny nose again. It's not colored, it's just clear, but it's like, gosh, she would like just had a runny nose 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, and it's like been back again. I'm just so frustrated with the amount of like money we're paying and the way that all this daycare has started, and how much of a struggle it is to get her out there. And then she's gone like 3 times and had to miss. This is her second. This would be like her 6th possible day. No, this would be her 5th possible day. This is going to be her 2nd day she's missed of 5. And I know it's just money, and actually I know this month is just caught. It's the beginning of the school year, so you're gonna pay a little extra. I'll pay a little bit less at the end. This is just too much to get it all like smoothed out to an extent. I don't know, but I know there's so much cleaning up to do at my house, and so much extra work to do with my children for learning, like just teaching them to read, and then like, oh God, I don't know if I can. I don't know. I mean, the best thing it would do is to eliminate television and eliminate cell phones and use them like they're supposed to be used for like communication. Sounds like a large order. We're not learning anything from the television. I think what I'm just trying to say is parenting's hard. Being married and having children is hard. Because you're like, marriage, your relationship with your wife gets pushed to the side, because now I have 3 children that all need some sort of attention and help from us, and it's demanding. And like, I thought I figured out last week how to get work and exercise figured out, but it's clear I didn't figure out how to keep my kids entertained also. and it's really my first child needs constant attention and entertainment. My second one's, she's okay. She actually plays with her older sister half the time, but it's like they just like pick at each other half the time, though. More than half the time. There's like 5 or 6 minutes a day where it seems like they get along and they like each other, but it's an exhausting 3 days. And I'm trying not to be so upset at myself for being such an introvert and not being outgoing and not making friends with other families with kids their age, but I mean, it's a glaring aspect. I'm just so like privacy driven and just not wanting to go outside my own comfort zone. It seems like I'm passing that trait on to my children too, and that's not a good thing. Seems like they're already petrified of like most everything, flies and whatnot. Anyways, I'm still happy. I'm still appreciative of where I'm at in life, and I'm trying to remind myself how many people would really kill to be in the position I'm in the place I'm in the world, and how lucky I am. And I've been, able to buy a house, and so that's a huge thing. I have a house and land. But I have 3 spoiled children also. So that's where I leave you today. Bye.